another episode of the Freelancers Mindset Shortcast. It is amazing to have you here with us. Thank you for the amazing response you have been giving us so far. The person we have with us today is Shalini Pasumaikumar. I studied with her back in college, but man, both of our tangents have been so different in life. Here's a short brief about who Shalini is. She is an ICF-trained life coach who specializes in manifestation and relationships. She helps women manifest their dream relationships and heal from past traumas. With 7+ years of experience and 500 plus clients worldwide, she specializes in mindset shifts, confidence building, and attracting healthy love. Her coaching empowers women to overcome insecurities, set high value standards, and effortlessly manifest fulfilling relationships. Hello, Shalvi. Welcome to the call.
Hi, Meenakshi. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm super
For sure.
excited to have a conversation with you after a long time.
Okay, coming to the question,
Yeah,
we have one thing in common, which I noticed in your bio. We both are crazy about mindset shifts. Our whole lives have started revolving around mindset shifts. So rather than
absolutely.
going for a regular corporate career, why did you choose to become a solopreneur and build your business and do all these things?
Okay, so back then I was also in corporate. I had worked there for almost like 4.5 years. And the one thing that did not really align well was the corporate culture, is what I would say. I realized I cannot sit on a 9 to 5, like the perfect aligned, that way of working. I was not resonating with that. And that is a time where I started getting into a lot of certifications around the mindset, manifestation, emotional intelligence, EFT. So a lot of healing modalities, as well as on the psychological front. So I really, really loved that concept. And it started, I could go back to our journalism, the college part, where there was one specialization we had to do around human psychology, the last
Media and
year.
society.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So that part had a little more about human psychology, how the child develops and all of it. And that was really fascinating for me. Like I was really curious, like what is really happening over here when we are growing and whatever that we see. And that's how I got into the entire concept of manifestation, mindset, relationships, especially. And then slowly, when I was realizing that corporate is not working for me, I thought, okay, what could be a better option? And
Mhm.
that better option came to me. It was not like I chosen it. It was more like came to me. I realized, okay, this is really good. I could do that because I came from that background of struggling with lots of self confidence issue. If you could have seen me in my college days, I don't like to talk. I'm someone like introvert. I will selectively speak to people, but it's not like I'll go like out there, talk to anybody about myself or anything at all. So that was a big issue for me. And when I look back as to why that happened, it's more related to my relationship, because I've always made to feel like unseen, unloved. I felt like I'm not good enough when we see many people around us. So that is the point where I realized I could do really good at this part because I have already been there
Mhm.
and I've walked that path alone. So I thought, okay, what is the best option than like helping a woman who has gone through a similar issue like me in relationship, especially with a romantic relationship, building that confidence in relationship. That was a huge deal, and I thought I could do that because I've also been there and done that. So I thought, okay, let's help women do that. So, and then my entire niche came down to helping women heal their past traumas and manifest their healthy and fulfilling relationships. So that's how I transitioned from there.
I mean, that's so cool that you're saying all this because when we are recording this call, it is Women's Day. So it's so empowering to hear all of this from you. I think it's so relevant to say this today.
Yes.
For sure. And now that you are in this manifestation stream, can you please tell us your definition of manifestation? Because this word is being thrown around so much. I asked the universe and it gave to me. Oh, I dreamt about it so much. I had one friend who manifested that she would become an IAS officer, but she didn't study. She just manifested it. So, what does this concept really mean in your definition? And can you give us some examples, like your experiences in life with it?
Sure. So, for me, I don't see manifestation in a superstitious way. Like, when I just ask and the universe provides, this is not the kind of approach that I have personally taken because it did not align with me. I was an atheist, right? Like, I don't believe in
Okay.
anything back then. So it was really difficult for me to land in that concept that I just have to ask and the universe will provide. So I had to really, really dive deep into what happens when we ask and how is the universe providing. There has to be some connection, na? Like it cannot be like I'm just asking and the universe provides. There is a connection. What is that? So that's how I've started, coming more into this manifestation. What is really happening? And that traces back to emotional intelligence and how
Mm-hmm.
to handle your thoughts, how to handle your emotions, and all of it. And for me, manifestation is a word that I found in the year of 2018,
Mm-hmm.
where everybody around me didn't know what it is, and everybody called me, she's just so crazy to talk about all these stuff. Because,
Right.
they saw me journaling, they saw me writing about my dreams. It was so foreign to everybody around me, and they could not believe. And even when I tried to tell people, they were like, no, you're just like stupid. Like, this is
Okay.
nothing. Not
Mm-hmm.
possible at all. And then little bit I was offended, like, why not take a positive aspect?
Mm-hmm.
We're all filled with negative things everywhere, from news channels to the talks, the gossips, whatever that we do with
Yeah.
our friends. Why is it unbelievable, or why is it not possible for us to take something good when we
Mm-hmm.
know only it's not going to do any harm? Even though we don't know what good is going to happen, but when you step in, when you actually accept that, there is nothing that's going to happen in a wrong or a negative way. It's actually going to better your
Mm-hmm.
life. So
Right.
manifestation is something that we have come across like this year, 2024. It's the trending concept in Instagram and LinkedIn, everywhere. When we see business people or individual, they all talk about manifestation, manifestation. But for me, manifestation is nothing but aligning your thoughts and your actions and your feelings with your goal, whatever the goal it may be. It
Okay.
can be a relationship, it can be your business, it can be your dream clients, it can be your dream money goal that you have. But
Mm-hmm.
manifestation is something that you've always been doing. Maybe
Okay.
manifestation is a new term that we have learned in
Mm-hmm.
2024. We
Mm-hmm.
have always been doing manifestation since we were born, because the
Yeah.
subconscious mind
Yes,
and
yes,
the
yes.
universe exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see it from a perspective of, I have my subconscious mind. Nobody can deny that fact. Even those who don't believe in the concept of universe or manifestation. We have conscious mind, we have subconscious. And
Mm-hmm.
whatever that we see, hear, talk is being registered, is being stored in the subconscious mind. And that's why the traumatic experiences, especially the negative ones, really, really stuck so deep into us, where we feel every single time. I could relate this with relationship. Basically, like if you have gone through a breakup, or if you're going through a breakup right now, and you come across a very sad love song, like in Tamil or in Hindi, whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you see it, the moment you hear it, even though you're not the person who is living that breakup in the song,
Yeah.
you feel like the goosebumps moment, you feel like crying, you feel like something is happening for me. How is that? Because
Mm-hmm.
this part, this song is anchoring a certain kind of feeling, and it's taking you back to the same memory of you in that breakup phase,
Mm-hmm.
because the song has vibration. The lyrics are more like an
Yeah.
affirmation to your conscious mind, and it
Mm-hmm.
is impacting you so deeply because
Mm-hmm.
you've always already been there and you're relating yourself with that. And you might have heard this song previously when you were going through a breakup at that point of the time. And even after you come out of it, 10 years later, you hear that song, you could still feel the same emotions because you've anchored that emotion to that specific song that you're hearing. But the problem with us is we cannot accept something very positive because we have been programmed that way.
Mm-hmm.
Be it with money, relationship, it's like hard. The success is hard. Business is hard. Money is hard. And to
Mm-hmm.
be in a very fulfilling relationship, it is hard. Or you cannot have your honeymoon phase forever. In relationship, if I talk, it's more like the societal belief. It
Okay.
is never hard. If you really think, even in your business, if
Mm-hmm.
someone told you, that's the first question that we started from. Why
Hmm.
did you switch from a
Yeah.
permanent or a
Corporate
proper
job.
job to
Yeah.
a freelancing? What are we doing here is it's just the belief that corporate jobs are safer and freelancing is
Yeah.
risky.
Hmm.
And if you really think, reflect back to where did this thought come from, you could say that it is not my thought. Where did this thought come from? That corporate job is safe and freelancing is risky.
I think it's a bias that we grow up with that older generations feed into our minds.
Exactly. So that's a societal belief. It's not your belief. But
Hmm.
when we start the societal belief as our own, like we relate it. You're in your entrepreneur journey right now, and you do not relate to the concept of corporate jobs. So to make it even more difficult for you to transition into that freelancing thing and the entrepreneurship mindset, your mind is making it a bit difficult for you with this belief that you always heard from people that
Hmm.
it is risky, it is difficult. So when you operate from this state of this is difficult and I am taking a risk right now, what happens is it always feels difficult for you to move forward.
My definition of manifestation was shaped by two experiences, two completely different experiences that happened in my life. One was the very first time, of course, when I was on call with you for my book. This I will never forget this in my life. It was 2023 December, and I was just talking to you for my book. I was interviewing you for it, and when you told me about this manifestation thing, I was like, okay, fine. At that point, I told you that most of my clients are not able to give me work because they themselves don't have clients. There's a huge recession in the US. I'm not getting any money. My clients are not getting money. I'm not getting any new clients. My existing clients are leaving me. I didn't even tell you that as a problem. I was just ranting to you. And you told me you have a very limiting mindset. Get an abundance mindset and just throw it out in the world that I will get good clients. Just throw it out and see what happens. The next morning when I woke up, I was brushing my teeth. I just remembered this and I was like, fine, what? Nothing will happen. And while brushing, I just said, I'm going to get new clients. I'm going to get new clients. I got a call that day. And the next day, I got a call. And by the end of that month, I actually had three new clients. And I was like, what? How does this even work? And the second experience I have is I was really manifesting starting my own business. I really want to do it. I used to think about it every single day. But for some reason, it never happened. And only about a few days later, I realized that the answer to my prayers was not making it happen. If I had started a business, I wouldn't have been able to write my book. And if I have to choose between my business and my book, I would always choose my book. So when it comes to scale, my deeper manifestation was I want to scale up. I want to be known for something. And for some reason, I latched on to starting a business. But when that plan didn't work out, it actually worked out for me. So I think manifestation is like what is good for you and what you're ready for will happen to you at the right time. Is that like based on these experiences, do you think that is a good definition?
Yes, absolutely. Because you can have the dream, you can have be fixated on one specific goal, but if you're not
Hmm.
ready to receive and if you're not ready to believe that you can have it, you cannot have.
Hmm. Hmm.
So everybody has different life experiences that will make them realize this one thing that either I have a belief on this or either I don't.
Hmm.
Can have a goal and you can focus on that instead of worrying about how this is going to work out, and it will absolutely work out because it's very
Hmm.
easy for us to dwell onto the negative side story of everything, even business, money, clients, and so on.
Hmm.
But what is even more little bit challenging, it will take you a little bit time for your mind to adjust to the new way of thinking, which is
Hmm.
about the solution. I always tell my clients is one thing. I work with basically entrepreneurs and women. It's general category. And to all of them, I say this one thing that leave out how you're going to make it.
Hmm.
Don't get stuck to the process. You
Hmm.
will be drained and you cannot think about anything at all other than how to do it. Because when we're thinking about how to do it, we already feel insufficient. We are coming from the state of, I don't know what to do. So
Hmm.
when we come from that state, of course, we're not going to have the confidence. And of course, we will not take actions against it. And I only tell them focus on what you want. The end result. What is the end result?
Hmm.
It might sound very cliche when we say that focus on the end result, look
Hmm.
at the end state, look at the result. But it is actually true that focus on how you can get there, not exactly the how of the process.
Hmm.
Today, what are the thoughts that I can have to get my dream relationship or get my business or get my clients, or how I can achieve this income when it comes to my thoughts, which is mentally. And then what are the feelings that I can have to get my results?
Hmm.
And then what are the actions that I need to take to get the result? If you can answer these three questions when you are having certain goal, you won't be spiraling around the worries, you won't be spiraling around what is not right for your goal. You will automatically be focused on the end result. When you put the question to your mind, what are the thoughts that will get me this result? What are the feelings that will get me this result? And what are the actions I need to take to get this result? Your mind starts thinking about what is that specific thing according to the result.
Now that you have mentioned money, I also remembered a point that you mentioned when we were talking for my book, that you need to first believe that you deserve something in order to demand it from other people or convince other people to give it to you. And I think manifestation is the same, because you first need to accept that you deserve this. Only then you can throw it out to the universe wholeheartedly and get it back. So, how do you manifest your dream clients or your business goals or money, most importantly? How do you manifest these things along the lines of first believing you deserve it yourself and then achieving it?
Okay. So when we talk about manifesting clients or manifesting your business income goal, it talks a lot about belief, which comes down to your self identity, which is a deeper work that I do with my clients, which is more about how you see yourself. Self identity is nothing but who you are,
Hmm.
how you see yourself, and what you are to the world, what you perceive yourself basically. And when the self identity is more like, I am struggling in my business, if this is a thought about yourself that you have, and you're thinking about, I don't think I can make it. This seems difficult. I've never done it. This person told me I cannot do it or I am not capable of. What happens is, this is the story that you are having about yourself. If you really think to your goal, this story that you have right now about yourself will not match the ideal version or ideal avatar of a successful business owner.
Hmm.
Because this identity is more like, I'm struggling in business. And what
Hmm.
happens is, you will keep struggling in your business. You will keep attracting situations that will make you feel bad about yourself. You won't see the struggles or anything that comes up in your way in a negative way as challenge. You will see that as something that has come to like completely knock you off
Hmm.
and push you down. Because you think from that point of a victim self that I am not good at it.
Hmm.
I am really not a good business owner. I have to struggle and I'm still struggling, struggling, struggling. This is the story that you have about yourself.
Hmm.
And if this is the story that you're having about yourself, thinking about having $1 million year or making multiple lakhs is a dur baat. Like, you can't do it. You really
Hmm.
can't do it because you are operating from that identity of a victim, that I
Okay.
cannot do it, but still I wish to do it. So whenever you're pitching an offer, if you're questioning yourself, like, is this offer really right? Is this the right pricing? Will my client pay me? Will my client think that this is valuable for me? You're
Hmm.
already losing the game. You are
Okay.
not an expert when you're sitting there because you
Hmm.
are coming from a point of view of, what will this person think? You're not thinking about, what am I thinking about my offers?
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
what am I thinking about my product? Or what am I thinking about my services? It's more like, what is the other person thinking? Will the other person get convinced? Which
Hmm.
means you're thinking from that person's point of view and you're not being present here.
Hmm.
And you are consciously in that fear of judgment that, what if this person says my price is too high? Or what if this person says they don't want to work with me? The fear.
Hmm.
Because you are not already convinced with whatever that your offer is. So
Hmm.
I would say, instead of just simply sitting and writing around certain new thoughts or certain manifestation techniques, which all of us are very, very aware of, instead
Hmm.
of just simply do that, I would say, create an identity of a successful business owner.
Hmm.
How will this person think? How will this person walk? How will this person take actions? And what does this person feel like when they go out and sell their offers. Imagine
Hmm.
I really like a song,
Hmm.
and you're my friend. What will I do? I'll come and tell you, Meenakshi, I
Yeah.
really love this song. Can you hear
Hmm.
this? It'll be really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Do we feel any keenness when we are sharing our gifts to others? Or even like in our birthdays, in our school days, we used to give chocolates, na, to
Yeah.
everybody.
Hmm.
Do you feel that we are taking away someone's anything? No. You feel like I'm sharing
That's
my
a
gift. Yeah,
great
today's
perspective to look at it on.
yes. And the sales entire process will get very, very, very easy. And this is the
Hmm.
second one. First one is your identity. Second one is your the thoughts around your sales,
Hmm.
thoughts on selling your offer. And the third one is more about the thoughts about your clients.
So now we have discussed all the professional side of manifestation. Coming a bit to the personal side and also what you specialize in. Let's look at relationships. We have so many bonds in our life with our special person, family, friends, clients, ourselves. We have so many relationships. How do you manifest and nurture these relationships in the best way?
In manifestation, there is one concept, which is everybody is a reflection of you. Everyone is you pushed out. Some people call it this way, and some people say that everyone is a mirror of you, which means whatever that you're projecting, you're always projecting, and the other person is always reflecting. Whenever we get into a relationship, I'm talking in terms of romantic relationship as of now, and then I'll take you to other set of relationship as well. But whenever we get into a relationship, what happens is we always have this belief that first 6 months, first 1 year, first 1.5 years, it's going to be super great.
Hmm.
And the common belief is after that 1 year, something happens, something will happen, and both of them in the relationship will lose their interest or go through some kind of a difficult situation. There's a common belief.
Hmm.
And what happens is when we are operating from this mindset, this belief is there in our mind, and we start expecting that, oh, okay, now he
Hmm.
is doing something. And from a women's perspective, I'm talking. So maybe he's just busy, maybe he's just doing his own work, and then we start calling him and he's not picking up. And that immediate thought is like, he used to do it before, he's not doing it right now. We
Hmm.
start to find difference between how he used to be and how he is right now, with the negative aspect that, okay, so now he has got everything. Now, we have also given commitment, and now we are fully into that relationship. Now this guy is backing up. This guy is pulling away. But when we're talking about the manifestation perspective, that everyone is you pushed out, everyone is a reflection of you, everyone is a mirror of you. You're projecting. The first projection has to be you.
Hmm.
If there is no such thought, and if there is no such fear inside of you that what if he leaves me, if this is not there, or what if he chooses someone else over me, the disaster cannot happen, the disaster cannot occur, and the opposite person will not be in such a way that the relationship gets sabotaged.
Hmm.
I'm not talking in perspective of this narcissistic behavior, violence,
Hmm.
this toxic. I'm not talking that. A general misunderstanding that starts happening in a relationship, the mishap starts getting bigger and bigger because we start projecting our insecurities onto the other person. And slowly, what happens is the person starts giving that exact thing. You expect that this person is going to leave, and that's exactly what happens.
Hmm.
I've done it in personal relationship as well. Like, oh, what if he
Hmm.
leaves? What if he leaves? Absolutely. Boom, that happened. In
Hmm.
relationship, in terms of romantic, also, in terms of friendships, also, in terms of clients' relationship, also. Oh, I have an emergency and I need to reschedule my session. Imagine that.
Hmm.
And the moment I get this thought that I have to reschedule, the thought comes in like, what if the client thinks that I am not doing my work? What if the
Hmm.
client thinks that, you know, I'm not ready for the session, so I'm just giving her or him
I get this every single day.
yeah. And what happens is the client is not doing anything as of now. It's us who's judging our own selves, our own decisions, our own actions. This applies to even friendship. This applies to even romantic relationship. It applies to the business relationship that we have. You judge a person even before the person appears in your world. you create the same type of person that you're expecting. So to simply put it, I don't want to confuse everybody who's watching it, who don't know manifestation, they'll be super confused. So this part, all I could say is when you expect the best from a person, you get the best. When you expect the worst, don't be worried when you're getting the worst. Don't be shocked when you're getting the worst, because that's what you've asked for. Because the mind does not know the difference between good and bad. Mind does not know the difference between positive and negative. It's not like when I say, oh, I don't want to be struggling in relationship. You're still asking for struggle.
And with that, Shalini, thank you so much for taking so much time out. We have been speaking for over an hour. Thank you for giving us so much time.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone who's been watching the entire episode. I hope you were as benefited as me because I have some important takeaways from this. And I'll leave all of Shalini's links in the description so that you can reach out to her and work with her if you would like to. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to the next episode coming very soon.